When people come to one of my classes, they should actually expect nothing because it's our expectations of coming to a class that disappoint us. So I feel that with any type of healing art or movement class, or in fact any class, the most important thing is to have a clear mind and a heart of generosity, right? So often people have said, wow, my mind's so clear and I feel really generous at the end of class. And I guess my job is to be as clear as I can be in the class, for the whole class. And at the start of class, I look around and I see, oh, are people, is their energy up high? So I give exercises that bring people into their feet, into the lower part of their body. Because if they're a upside down pyramid, the pyramid's going to tip over, and they get dizzy and they're fighting with themselves. But if they just kind of work with the energy, we start with the feet and then go to the knees, and then the hips, and then the spine, and then the shoulder, and then the elbows, and then the head. And we let all the thoughts go from the head, and then we come back down into the shoulders, into the elbows, into the hands, into the spine, into the hips, into the knees, and into the feet. So we work with the 8 body parts to really let people feel their body. And then we start to move through the rhythms. So we move through the flowing, the circular rhythm. Now I'm giving you the simple explanation, right? They're very complex and deep. And then the next rhythm is staccato, where we start to build fire. And then chaos, where we really let go. And then after we let go in chaos, we find the lightness in our feet in lyrical. So usually when there's a chaotic event even in our lives, it's always followed by a sense of release and a lightness. And then we go into stillness, right? So we come in, we just find the truth of what is happening and become present with everything inside and with people around us. So it's amazing for people. A lot of people say they can't meditate, but I assure those people from my own personal experience, if you work through the 5 rhythms, you can then meditate for hours and hours after that, because we're working the body in the rhythms that are actually naturally occurring in the body.
Salsa classes, I got my feelings hurt a few times, and then I saw a poster for 5 Rhythms, and I thought, well, I'll try that, see what that's about. And it was great. It's just like, go on and do your thing. And so it's very exciting.
And you can create your own salsa steps with the 5 rhythms.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, if you want to get all intellectual and philosophical, but it's like a postmodernist movement.
What does it do for you?
First of all, it's for me, finally, I can go to a place that I can also participate as just, a person that comes from the street, taking my time, feeling my body, getting into the movement, forgetting that I'm a dancer, forgetting that I'm a performer. And actually, this is very hard for me, coming from teaching, coming from performing, to suddenly to forget that and to find a new self, or forget myself, and to start to create new movement. So actually, coming to a class like this, creating such an inspiration for me, engaging with other people, using different kind of music, the transition and the guidance of Evangelos, how he facilitate the class, really takes me to a journey that, for me, it's like I'm 2 hours performing without an audience. And this is, for me, as a dancer, as a creator, give me a lot of materials and ideas after to take it and to do it with my dancers.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
So you use the class as sort of a soil to grow more things for the Caravan.
Yes.
You're a businessman, so a lot of people don't think a businessman come to dance in a class like this. So just tell me what role it's played and what it's done for you.
Well, the 5Rhythms, as done with the Global Negotiation Insight Institute, which we're bringing negotiation practice out of Harvard, it's a way of allowing our community, our business people, our judges, lawyers, mediators, negotiators, to actually feel their bodies, to express the archetypes, to express the rhythms, and go through. And that's in service. The 5Rhythms just work perfectly with our negotiation training, because it's all about personal awareness and spirituality. Because we asked the question, Erica Fox, the Harvard professor who's leading this, asked the question, what do I bring to the negotiation? What do I bring to my awareness of you and this relationship? So the 5Rhythms helps me make that connection, feel the energy, and more importantly, get out of myself.
Well, I'll tell you, Dave, that makes me very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I understand. You're pretty much relaying for me why I got into it and why I love to teach this body of work, because it's really a practice that's for anybody, business person, small children, senior citizens in wheelchairs, people without any type of movement skill, and most of all, when people are afraid to move, I feel like this is a way, kind of like taking a flower and opening up the petals, saying, "Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Look what's inside, all these seeds and all this potential that can come out of it." So
you create a sacred space for us, and those of us that don't move well, all of a sudden become dancers.
No, you move well, Dave. Come on. You move great. You move great.